Hello everyone, this is Marissa Redenbaugh, your Juvenile Services Librarian. This week's theme is all about bears, and when I get done reading the stories, Racheal will come on and tell you about the craft. Let's get started. The first one we're going to be reading is called Mother Bruce by Ryan T. Higgins. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He was a grump. He did not like sunny days. He did not like rain. He did not like cute little animals. Bruce only liked one thing: eggs. He collected them from all over the forest. Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow. But Bruce didn't eat eggs raw like other bears. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. One day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. So he went out to get the ingredients. First, he caught a few salmon. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. He liked to support local businesses, you see. Last, he went to Mrs. Goose's nest to pay her a visit. Are these eggs free-range, organic? At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling, but the fire in his stove fizzled, so he went out to get more wood. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. Mama! Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not goslings. He supposed he could settle for buttered goslings on toast, but for some reason, he lost his appetite. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest. I will have to ask Mrs. Goose about her return policy. Only to find Mrs. Goose had flown south early. Bruce left the goslings there anyway and went back home. Mama, Mama, but he was followed. Bruce was very stern and said things like, go away, and I am not your mother, and also, I liked you better when you were eggs. Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. Roar! It didn't work. Goslings always followed their mother, even if she is a he and he is a bear. Bruce was stuck with them. He tried to make the best of it. It was hard work. Ugh, ugh, ew, yuck. But as the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky goslings grow older. From annoying baby geese to stubborn teenage geese to boring adult geese. Then one fall afternoon, he saw other goose families flying south. Finally, he'd be rid of these geese, and he could take a long winter nap. Bruce explained migration, but they didn't listen. Bruce needed the geese to leave, so he got creative. Nothing worked. The geese would not leave Bruce. So Bruce decided to pack some bags and take his geese into town. They boarded a bus and migrated to Miami. Now every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about at the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice-cold lemonade while Bruce dreams of new recipes. Recipes that don't hatch. Mama. The end. And what a silly book that was. The next book we're going to read is called We're Going on a Bear Hunt by Michael Rosen illustrated by Helen Oxenbury. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, grass. Long, wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a river, a deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Splash, splosh, splash, splosh, splash, splosh. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, mud, thick, oozy mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a forest, a big, dark forest. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Stumble trip, stumble trip, stumble trip. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a snowstorm. A swirling, whirling snowstorm. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Whoo, whoo, whoo. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh, a cave, a narrow, gloomy cave. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. What's that? One shiny wet nose, two big furry eyes, ears, two big goggly eyes. It's a bear! Quick, back through the cave, tiptoe, 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 back through the snowstorm, whoo, whoo, back through the forest, stumble trip, stumble trip, stumble trip, back through the mud, squelch, squirt, squelch, squirch, back through the river, splash, 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 back through the grass, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. Get to our front door. Open the door. Up the stairs. Oh no, we forgot to shut the door. Back downstairs. Shut the door. Back upstairs. Into the bedroom. Into bed. Under the covers. We are not going on a bear hunt again. So maybe they were a little scared. The next one we're going to read is called A Friend for Bear by Steve Smallman, illustrated by Caroline Pedler. And look how cute that little bear is. All through the long, cold winter, Bear had slept safe and snug in her den. Then, at last, a warm breeze melted away the forest frost. Bear's eyes blinked open, and she bounced out of bed. "It's spring!" she cried, racing outside. Everything was fresh and green and sparkly. Bear felt dizzy with the joy of it all. I want to run and jump and smell flowers and tickle tadpoles, she shouted. And I can't forget twirling. She twirled around so fast. She tripped over a stone. But it wasn't a stone. It was a tortoise. Oops-a-daisy, said Tortoise. Are you all right? I was just twirling, said Bear, because it's spring. Next, I'm going to roll down a hill, climb trees, and make new friends. That sounds wonderful, beamed Tortoise. Come with me, suggested Bear. Oh, I couldn't keep up, sighed Tortoise. I only have little legs. That's okay, laughed Bear, lifting Tortoise up. I'll give you a piggyback ride. And off they went. Look at us go, laughed Tortoise. I've never moved so fast. Can we play? Called two fox cubs. But Bear galloped right past them. Bear, cried Tortoise, I thought making new friends was on your list. It is, replied Bear, but I haven't finished running yet. They burst into a meadow. Can't we stop and smell the flowers? Pleaded Tortoise. No time to stop. Too much to do, laughed Bear. Start smelling. Ouch, grumbled Tortoise as a bumblebee bounced off his head. My nose doesn't work at this speed. But Bear was running too fast to hear him. Bear finally skidded to a halt at the top of a small hill. Tortoise looked around in wonder. I've never been so high, he gasped. I can see the world. Thank you, Bear. This is perfect. Perfect for rolling, finished Bear, and clutching Tortoise tightly, she rolled over and over all the way down the hill. They stopped with a bump at the foot of a tall tree. Time to climb, declared Bear. Oh no, groaned Tortoise, his head spinning. Can't I just sit on my shoulders? Good idea, finished Bear, and up they went. Mommy Bird was very surprised. Shoo, she flapped. Time to go, whispered Tortoise. Time to tickle tadpoles, bellowed Bear. To the pond. What a day, puffed Tortoise as he flopped down beside the water's edge. Bear dropped down by him. They watched ducklings and tadpoles playing in the water. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Asked Bear. Yes, sighed Tortoise dreamily. This is the perfect spot. To jump from, cheered Bear. Then she grabbed Tortoise and leaped into the pond. Wasn't that great? Laughed Bear, scrambling out. But Tortoise had had enough. No, he spluttered. I can't swim. My shell is full of water, and I have weeds up my nose. But you wanted to swim, said Bear in surprise. No, I did not, snorted Tortoise. You haven't stopped to listen, look, or make friends, he finished. But there's so much to do, cried Bear. I can't stop. Well, you'll have to, declared Tortoise, because it's bedtime. No, howled Bear. I'm not tired. I don't want to go back to bed forever and ever. I want it to be spring again. Oh, Bear, smiled Tortoise. It's not time to hibernate yet. Tomorrow will still be spring. It will? Sniffled Bear. And then I can run and twirl and climb? Yes, nodded Tortoise. And maybe sit and watch, too. Do you think I might make some friends? Bear whispered. I'm sure you will, chuckled Tortoise. You already found one today. I have? Asked Bear. Who? Me, Bear, said Tortoise. Me. Bear beamed. Can I give you a ride back home? Will it be another fast ride? Asked Tortoise. No, chuckled Bear. Let's go slowly this time. I want to smell the flowers. So as the sun set, the two friends wandered slowly all the way home to bed. The end. That was a fun little book. And now our last book will be one of my favorites from when I was a little girl. And it is called Can't You Sleep, Little Bear? by Martin Waddle, illustrated by Barbara Firth. Once there were two bears, Big Bear and Little Bear. Big Bear is the big bear, and Little Bear is the little bear. They played all day in the bright sunlight. When night came and the sun went down, Big Bear took Little Bear home to the bear cave. Big Bear put Little Bear to bed in the dark part of the cave. "Go to sleep, Little Bear," he said. And Little Bear tried. Big Bear settled in the bear chair and read his bear book by the light of the fire. But Little Bear couldn't get to sleep. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" said Big Bear, putting down his bear book, which was just getting to the interesting part, and padding over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" said Big Bear. "The dark all around us," said Little Bear. Big Bear looked and he saw that the dark part of the cave was very dark. So he went to the lantern cupboard and took out the tiniest lantern that there was. Big Bear lit the tiniest lantern and put it next to Little Bear's bed. "There's a tiny light to keep you from being scared, Little Bear," said Big Bear. "Thank you, Big Bear," said Little Bear, cuddling up in the glow. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Little Bear tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" yawned Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 4 pages to go to the interesting part, and padding over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark all around us," said Little Bear. "But I brought you a lantern," said Big Bear. "Only a teeny weeny one," said Little Bear, "and there's lots of dark." Big Bear looked and he saw that Little Bear was quite right. There was still lots of dark. So Big Bear went to the lantern cupboard and took out a bigger lantern. Big Bear lit the lantern and put it beside the other one. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Little Bear tried and tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" grunted Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 3 pages to go and padding over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark all around us," said Little Bear. "But I brought you 2 lanterns," said Big Bear, "a tiny one and a bigger one." "Not much bigger," said Little Bear, "and there's still lots of dark." Big Bear thought about it, and then he went to the lantern cupboard and took out the biggest lantern of them all, with 2 handles and a piece of chain. He hooked up the lantern above Little Bear's bed. "I've brought you the biggest lantern of them all," he told Little Bear. "That's to keep you from being scared." "Thank you, Big Bear," said Little Bear, curling up in the glow and watching the shadows dance. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Little Bear tried and tried and tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" groaned Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 2 pages to go and padding over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark all around us," said Little Bear. "But I brought you the biggest lantern of them all, and there isn't any dark left," said Big Bear. "Yes, there is," said Little Bear. "There is, out there." And he pointed out of the bear cave at the night. Big Bear saw that Little Bear was right. Big Bear was very puzzled. All the lanterns in the world couldn't light up the dark outside. Big Bear thought about it for a long time, and then he said, "Come on, Little Bear." "Where are we going?" asked Little Bear. "Out," said Big Bear. "Out into the darkness?" asked Little Bear. "Yes," said Big Bear. "But I'm scared of the dark," said Little Bear. "No need to be," said Big Bear, and he took Little Bear by the paw and led him out of the cave into the night. And it was dark. "Ooh, I'm scared," said Little Bear, cuddling up to Big Bear. Big Bear lifted Little Bear and cuddled him and said, "Look at the dark, Little Bear." And Little Bear looked. "I've brought you the moon, Little Bear," said Big Bear, "the bright yellow moon and all the twinkly stars." But Little Bear didn't say anything, for he had gone to sleep warm and safe in Big Bear's arms. Big Bear carried Little Bear back into the bear cave, fast asleep, and he settled down with Little Bear on one arm and the bear book on the other, cozy in the bear chair by the fire. And Big Bear read the bear book right to the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed those books as much as I did, and now Rachel will come on and tell you about the craft.
Hi friends, I hope you enjoyed all the stories about bears this week. For your craft, we have a bear map. So just like we're going on a bear hunt, this is kind of based on that. So for your curbside craft, we have a bear map. So they go through the grass and over the river and into a mud puddle and past the trees and through the snow, and then there's the bear. So what you'll get is a brown piece of paper, and then your little kits come with a cotton ball, 2 halves of a popsicle stick, some blue paper, some green paper, some little sequins, some googly eyes, and brown pom-pom. So what you'll do first is I crinkled up the brown paper to make it kind of look like a map that's been used a lot. So I just crinkled it up and then I flattened it out. And then I started with my green grass. So I just cut a little kind of square of the green sheet of paper, and then I cut little slits through it to make it look like blades of grass. Now I didn't go all the way down, just kind of stopped about 3/4 of the way through. And then I glued that down, but I didn't glue these pieces at the top, I just glued the bottom that wasn't cut. And then over here, I just kind of cut a wavy shape to look like a wave of water onto the blue paper. And then I glued that down and just kind of glued it diagonally. And then for your mud puddle, you'll just have to draw that. So I just drew like a kind of curvy shape there, and then colored it in brown so I could tell that it was mud. And then down here, I glued the 2 halves of the popsicle stick to the paper, and then on top of the popsicle sticks, I cut out 2 little green triangles from my leftover green paper that I had from the sheet, because I didn't use all of it for the grass. And I cut out those triangles to look like the treetops. And then over here, we've got some snow falling and a pile of snow here. So I just stretched out the cotton ball, and then I glued that down, and then I just glued some sequins there. And then finally, I drew my bear cave, and then I just glued the brown pom-pom there to look like the bear's peeking out, and I put 2 little googly eyes on him. And so that is your curbside craft for your bear map. And then for your printable craft, it's basically the same thing, but just a printable version. So you'll get a piece of paper that looks like this. And then you'll do the same thing with the green rectangle is the grass here. You'll do the same thing that you did for the curbside craft, cut little slits in it and then just glue the bottom. Then I've already got the waves here for you. Color those in, cut it out, glue it. You've got your big mud puddle here, color that in, cut it out and glue it there. And then for your trees, you've got the 4 green triangles and 4 brown rectangles. You don't have to use all the trees if they won't fit, but you can color those, cut them out, glue the trunks on and then glue the treetops on. Then you've got your snow pile here, like that. And then I just drew some snowflakes with gray. And then you've got your bear cave and your bear. So I colored in this bear cave, I colored in my bear, and then I glued the bear cave down and I have the little bear peeking out. And I forgot to tell you on the curbside craft, on both of them, I just drew little lines through here to know that that was the trail that they went down, that they followed that for their map. So those are your curbside crafts, curbside and printable crafts for the week, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.